Nick, thank you so much for joining us here at IMpower. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me to join you today.
A pleasure to be here because you get to chat to all your colleagues again in the flesh about things that are such huge challenges at the moment that this industry is facing.
Absolutely. No, I would agree. I think that the timing of this event and the way in which it's been organised is just perfect. Obviously, for the last few years, we've been speaking to colleagues, we've been speaking to clients, we've been speaking to our peers, but it hasn't been with that element of spontaneity. It hasn't been something where we've been able to come together in an organised way and kind of think about some key topics which are really so critical to our clients. And so from my perspective, it's been a perfect event so far.
The challenges are so big that we face at the moment. It really is key that there is that collaboration and that joined up thinking too.
Absolutely, no, I would agree. If you think about all of the different factors in the industry at the moment, there's so much uncertainty. And I think it's critically important that we are sharing ideas as an industry because we all need to push in the same direction. And if we're not pushing in the same direction, we're not necessarily going to come up with the best answers for our clients. And I think it's critical and we have a responsibility to do that. So again, to your point, being able to come together here in sessions, outside of sessions, and talk about what are we seeing in ESG? What are we seeing in the geopolitical environment? What does that mean for our clients? What's going on with regulation? All of these things are better considered together than individually.
And you were specifically on stage today talking about innovation, and presumably that's going to be key to finding those solutions to these bigger challenges.
Absolutely. I mean, if we think about how the industry is playing out, the pressures on the industry are growing. In terms of, as I said, in the geopolitical situation, the regulatory environment, ESG, all of these are very important factors for us to ensure that we can support. But at the same time, there are pressures on margins, pressures on fees that are leading to those pressures and margins. And therefore, you basically need to do more, but you need to do it with less. And that's where innovation comes in. And certainly, as I was saying in the panel session this morning, innovation is really around having the mindset to not be scared of trying new things, and then to make sure that you're using the right skills within your organization and through your service providers such that you can deliver more with less. And I think that's a trend that's just going to continue.
So be brave, embrace change. What are the sort of most exciting innovations you're seeing? Are they very much sort of tech-led or?
I think they probably are tech-led, but I think one has to be careful when one says tech-led, because tech for the sake of tech is actually, in my opinion, not nearly as valuable as understanding what it is you're trying to solution for and then utilizing tech to help drive that solution. So we here at Columbia Threadneedle, we're very focused on our investment process. We're very focused on research intensity. And for that, innovation for us is not in terms of, let's just get a lot more tech in, but it's about understanding how we can enhance the investment process, utilizing data, and then actually being able to analyze that data in a way that is meaningful and actually drives through to improved outcomes in terms of our investment process and therefore for our clients. And so tech is a key part of it, but it isn't everything in and of itself.
Because as you said there, it's got to be meaningful. Sometimes tech sort of applied on top of the existing system rather than thinking, right, actually, we need to look at this the other way around. That's
exactly right. So you've got to start with, as I said, what is it you're trying to solution for? What is the issue? And I think part of innovation is being brave and saying exactly as you're saying, Emma, don't just follow on a sort of linear curve. Well, we did it like this yesterday, so we'll take a small step forward or slightly different direction tomorrow, as we've done today. That's not innovation. What innovation is challenging yourself to say, actually, maybe we got this wrong initially, or actually the world has changed, the paradigm has shifted, and we need to start from a different place. And then it's having the confidence to then execute on that.
And as a leader running one of these businesses, do you see it as very important, therefore, to have the right team? Because if you're going to change mindsets and embrace that growth mindset that you've just described, you need the right diversity in your team to do that.
That's exactly right. So having diversity of thought is critical, having the right team, and also having a team where people understand and appreciate the value of each other's contribution to the dialogue. And so one of the things I always say, we talk about tech, tech is really important, but tech knowledge needs to be married to business knowledge, and they don't always sit with the same person. So what you want is you want to have business people who understand the needs of the clients, who are tech savvy enough to ask the right questions of the specialists who sit on the tech side, and the tech side need to have enough understanding and knowledge of what's going on the business side that they can apply and channel that knowledge to true solutions. So having the right team with the right culture, supporting each other, focused on what we're trying to solve for, I think is the catalyst towards being a very successful firm going forward.
And that does require the right approach from leaders like you too, doesn't it?
I think that's
Are
true.
you quite excited to be being constantly challenged by a team rather than told you're right?
Oh, no, that would be awful to be purely told you're right. Because I mean, none of us have all of the right answers. And I think the more we understand that, the more we come up with the best solution. But it also allows us to empower our staff to feel that they can contribute to that. So as a leader, I'm always focused on trying to ensure that I'm open-minded, that I'm truly listening, and that I'm encouraging people to proactively engage. Because the reality is, I don't know the details of almost any aspect of my business, and I have to rely on my experts to say, you know what, we did it this way, but now this thing's happening over there, we need to change. And then that's great. What do you think? How do we change? And that's very empowering for the individual. It allows us to leverage off the knowledge base we have in the organization, but always focused on trying to meet the needs of our clients and not just doing it in a vacuum of, oh, well, yeah, somebody said there's this great new kit, we should get it. Well, why? What's it actually going to do for our clients? What's it going to do for our shareholders? So for us, it's about managing all of that and utilizing all of that great expertise that we have in our organization.
A great forward-thinking note to end on. Thank you so much, Nick. Great to see you.
My pleasure. Lovely to be here. Thank you, Emma.